Hey, it's Chris Chico, and if you are a real estate wholesaler or an investor and you're looking to be on the cutting edge of marketing so you can get your hands, your dirty hands, on the most amazing motivated seller leads before anybody else has a chance to even know that they exist, then this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you the newest marketing channel that we're implementing, and I think is going to be a game changer for those of you that hitch your real estate business on this wagon. And listen, I've been around a while. I pioneered the virtual wholesaling, pioneered direct mail, pioneered Facebook ads for motivated sellers. And whenever you jump on these things at the very, very beginning, the people that do, they end up making more money than anybody else because the getting is good in the beginning. And this is what this channel here is. So let's get right into it here. I'm going to share with you an example. This is one of our clients that we set up their YouTube ads for motivated sellers. And he sent me a message saying that he got his first novation contract signed with the YouTube leads. And so in our training and in our methodology, just for clarity's sake, we're doing nationwide wholesaling. And when we're doing nationwide, we're implementing a strategy of either wholesaling or novations, and we're using all inbound marketing. So these are all leads that are inbound, people that have raised their hands and said, yes, I'm interested in selling my property at a discount. And so then now you're no longer cold calling. And one of the things that I asked him, what do you feel is the difference between these YouTube leads and the Facebook leads? And he's made this comment to me, but there's a few other investors that we set these ads for most recently, and they said the same thing. They feel that the YouTube leads are more laid back than Facebook. In a sense, they haven't been through the ringer of talking to a lot of people or realtors yet. And this is a deal that he's maybe going to make 10K. So it's not a huge deal. But one thing to note is that when you're on Facebook, a lot of times what happens is Facebook, if you've ever, like, for example, recently I was looking at cars because I bought a car for my daughter and another car for myself. And then all of a sudden, Facebook just thinks that all I want to know is about cars because they keep on showing me all these ads about cars. So, that's one of the things that'll happen is when they see an ad for, Sell My House Fast, they'll see other ads. And that doesn't mean that the channel doesn't work. We have lots of people making, 6 figures, 5 figures a month with Facebook ads. But it's a little bit more competitive environment. You have to have your game on when it comes to talking with sellers. So here is a situation where they're not seeing that many ads because there's not that many real estate investors on the platform. Now, when it comes to advertising so in this video, I'm going to share with you ins and outs and how the targeting works on YouTube and everything else. You have a clear understanding of what it is. Now, to advertise on YouTube will require a Google account. Now, you might have heard of Google because a lot of investors are doing PPC, which is pay-per-click search marketing. And that's the other thing about YouTube ads is that if you talk to 20 investors and you're going to have a certain number of them that say are doing search. Let's say if you talk to 20 investors that are doing search, maybe one or two, might be doing YouTube, if that. So it's a very unsaturated market. So the campaign type inside of Google is one called Demand Gen. It's a fairly new campaign type that they rolled out. And then earlier this year, they eliminated what's called video action campaigns. And then now you have to publish it through Demand Gen. Now, Demand Gen allows you to advertise in a bunch of other areas on Google. But we strip away all that and we are just focusing only on YouTube. Now, when we're advertising, and I'm going to share with you an example of the type of campaign. This is a campaign, and I'll walk you through. This is so you understand the nomenclature here. YouTube campaign. This is Shorts campaign, so we're only targeting the Shorts feed, and I'll show you how that works. Nationwide, and we're putting a limiter on Google just to keep things in check and saying, hey, I don't want to pay any more than $25 a lead. And so now it makes sure that the spending doesn't get out of hand. So this is especially great for you if you're on a tight budget and you want to make sure that you're not going to be, Google isn't going to blow through your money. Now in this campaign, there's a total of 9 leads that he had received. So he put a deal on the contract with 9 leads. So if you think about it, that's, many times with Google search and pay-per-click advertising, the big push or the big sell on that is that, hey, you only need like 10 leads in order to get a contract signed. Well, this is for him equivalent to that. The cost is $327. So you get a contract for $327. if you're unfamiliar, I mean, for those of you watching this video, you likely are familiar with the term cost per contract. That is a very low cost per contract. Now, let's walk through how this campaign works. When we are advertising on YouTube, there's two different placements. There's the 16:9 videos in feed, all right, and then there is the shorts. Both of them are the same, but a little bit different. The shorts feed, what's interesting is that in the shorts feed, you can get away with making, you know, what's the right word I'm looking for? For being very aggressive with your claims, like sell your house fast, get a cash offer in 24 hours, that sort of thing. Whereas with the in feed, you have to be careful because the algorithm for ad approvals on in feed is different than shorts. So it's a bit more stringent on feed versus shorts. An ad that can easily get approved on shorts may not get approved on in-stream. So it's a bit of a balancing act on that. So this is the main thing. So they're going to be watching something on YouTube, and then the ad's going to pop up. So then now the question becomes is, how does YouTube figure that out? Well, let's walk through a couple things first here in terms of what are the requirements. I'm going to get into targeting in just a second here, but let's walk through the requirements that you need for advertising on YouTube. So here's what you need. Number one is you need a converting landing page. On Facebook, you can get away with using lead forms. You can do that also on TikTok, which is just their own internal system where they will click on the ad and they will see a form pop up, and it's native to Facebook or TikTok, and then that way you don't have to worry about a website. On Google, you need a converting website. You need a website that's going to be able to drive, where people go there, it loads fast, and that will convert. This is the killer of most investors that I see come to us where we're setting up their campaigns, and we see that they have this website that they're so happy that they're paying $9 a month. But guess what? That website is going to cost you money in the long run, because I see this happening all the time where somebody has we give them a template, we give them a vendor that they can sign up for $99 a month, and then we'll build out the website on that vendor's platform. We'll take care of everything, but it is $99 a month. So they want to save, some money because they can build this website on GoDaddy for like $50 for the whole year. But they don't understand that they're going to lose significantly more money because they're going to push traffic to a website that just isn't going to convert. So it's very important you have a converting website. Next thing you need is a YouTube channel. Now, the good news is you don't have to have a YouTube channel. Like I have a YouTube channel here where you have to talk and be friendly and, all that other stuff, right? You can have a YouTube channel that has no visible video. So somebody will go there and they'll be like, oh, nobody's ever published any videos here. Because the videos that we're going to use for ads, we're going to upload to that channel, but we're going to mark them as unlisted. So that means the general public can't see those videos unless they actually see the ad. Right now, on my end, I have a couple different channels for YouTube for the house business. This is one of them here. And so I did this just for credibility purposes when speaking with property owners, but it's really not a requirement. Now, what we do is we are going to have ads that we create, vertical videos, as well as 16:9 long form. And then we will take those videos and upload them to the YouTube channel as unlisted videos. You can see here, the vertical videos, these are the videos actually we supply to our clients. And then these are widescreen videos, right? So we will upload those, and now we're going to be able to use them as ads. Then, so you need a YouTube channel, you need the videos, and then now we're going to need audiences. So this is where it gets interesting with Google. See, Google knows a lot about you, more so than any other platform, because you go into Google and you make all these searches. And so many would argue that Google knows all your dark secrets. That's right. All the dirty laundry. So when targeting on YouTube, then we have what's called audiences. And audiences is they have different audiences on YouTube that you can target. These are the audiences here: in-market, life events, detailed demographics, and affinity audiences. I'm going to walk through them so you have an explanation. I used ChatGPT just to write something that I didn't have to bother with writing it myself. So let's talk about detailed demographics. They're not kind of in order. So let's go to in-market first. Should have put these in order. In-market. In-market is people actively searching or comparing real estate services, right? So that is where that somebody is in the motion of trying to find a solution to their problem property, right? So they're searching. They have done some searches. Sell my house fast. They have done some searches on how to finance my house and all that other stuff, right? So that's what's called in market. Then we have life events. A life event, for example, moving soon is a life event. Recently moved, buying a home soon, selling a home soon, getting married, divorce. Those are all potential life events that you can also target on Google. Next, we have detailed demographics. Now, detailed demographics, um, you can you can target, say, by homeowners. Some of them you can't, like for example, age is something you can't on Google, same as Facebook, because of housing restrictions. But so you can target by demographics, but generally I don't do too much in demographics. And then the other one is affinity. Affinity is long-term interest. Affinity would be that, let's say that you love, like in this example, you love to garden. That's an interest that is long-term for you. So in the real estate niche, you're going to have more of in-market audiences, meaning that there is intent for them to do something, more so than affinity. But you also want to test all of them, because here's the thing: we have campaigns that are running that have some campaigns have conversions that are heavily based on an in market audience, and then we have campaigns that are driving conversions, same exact campaign, but now they're getting their conversions from affinity audiences. So you have to launch them with all of them, put them all together, and then allow Google to find the right audience. Now, in Google, you can also build what's called custom segments. And so with custom segments, there's two different types. There's people with any interest or purchase intention, and then people who actively search for any of these terms. So for example, you can put into Google and create an audience. We name it motivated seller search queries for anybody who has typed in "we buy houses cash" into the search. And then now you're going to have the option of being able to target that prospect at a much lower cost than you would if you were doing search Google pay-per-click. And you're getting them in a different environment too as well, because now nobody else they're not seeing a gazillion ads, right? They're not typing in a bunch of different forms all simultaneously. And then you also have here under the same, you called, so we have, this is motivated search queries. This is actually, I call it intentions. I actually mislabeled this, so because I wanted to show you both. Motivated search queries are people who search, and then this is mislabeled. It should say motivated seller intentions. So people with any of these interests or purchase intention. So what it's doing is it's taking the search, and from the search, it's then deriving that this particular type of individual is the individual you're looking for, and then it'll take this criteria and then expand further around it. So it's almost like an affinity audience, all right, but not really, all right? We're not so in essence, what's happening now is that this is how the targeting works on Google. It's different than, say, Facebook. It's algorithm. It's based on the algorithm, and Facebook really is trying to remove right now a lot of the targeting, where the ad itself is going to drive the targeting, meaning Facebook is going to look at that ad and then decide from that ad who they think is your target prospect based on their behaviors. They visited a website, maybe they filled out other forms, etc. Google is a bit more precise, in my opinion, because they're taking behavioral aspects of that individual and then allowing you to target based on those. All right. Now, let me show you an example campaign and how that works. Now, here, the campaigns, the way that they're built, are very similar to Facebook. You have the campaign. If you're familiar with Facebook or TikTok ads, then you have ad groups, and Facebook, they call them assets. And I have blurred it here because I don't want to reveal what are the audiences that are working for us. If you're interested, reach out, the link in the description, and we can actually either build these out for you, you run them, or give you all of our SOPs so that you can run them yourself. In this particular example, you can see that one of the ad groups is the one that drove all the conversions. So 8 conversions, all right, and 60 clicks, and the average cost per click is $4. And the total spent was $240 with an average cost of conversion of $30 for those conversions. So equivalent cost per lead that you would find on Facebook, a little bit higher, because Facebook, for example, if we're targeting nationwide, we can get cost per lead of about $15, sometimes $12, etc. This is going to be a little bit more expensive. However, it is going to be a higher quality lead because of the intent nature of things inside of the ecosystem, they're going to be a higher quality lead because of the fact that they have not seen that many leads. So you're getting them a little bit earlier on in the process, and now you have them all to yourself versus other channels such as Facebook here. Now, I believe, here's what I tell you. I've been on the forefront here when it comes to digital marketing for the real estate niche, and not a whole lot of people are in here. And so I highly recommend that if you're not on this channel, you need to get on here. Now, we can help you. You can go YouTube University. But one thing I got to warn you is that Google is very, very fast to spend your money. You got to be careful because they will be aggressive at the beginning of a campaign, and you got to put the right things in to throttle it. Otherwise, they will spend like there's no tomorrow because there's a lot of traffic and a lot of opportunity on YouTube. And so as a result of that, you can get these campaigns to run away from you. But if you do it right, even if it's in a low budget, you can make it work. So this is just one piece of the puzzle, the ads part. The next part is, how do you take advantage of all these leads all across the country, where you might get leads in markets you didn't even know existed until the lead came in? And are these leads any good in these small markets? Well, I've got clients that are making a killing with these type of leads, regardless of the platform. So I want you to watch that video that's going to pop up there, and then go into further detail on our strategy for taking advantage of these nationwide leads.